Okay, it says we're live. Now here's the question. Is there anybody here?
Anyone up for crafting?
Oh, we've got 22 people here, but
Oh
I'm
my
not
gosh,
seeing any comments. Are
they're
you
all
guys?
waiting. I'm gonna get over here to the comment section on my screen because I'm
Oh,
not.
there they are. Hello.
Yay! Hey guys.
How are you all doing today? We're excited. I think we're both a little nervous.
Yeah, like crafting live. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna like find out all my secrets. Just kidding.
Oh,
I'm not
does she
revealing
have a teacup?
anything.
Hello, Cindy. Hello, Tammy. Hello,
Hi.
Karen. Hello, Parker. We're excited too. We're
We
excited too.
are.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try. Like I've never made a soap bottle doll before. So it's a lot more challenging than working with the cone for sure. Hey, Amy.
Hey, Amy. Hey, Misty.
Misty.
Okay.
Chrissy. Hey, guys.
I know I look like I'm in a little bit of a horror movie, but that's just because of the way I wanted you guys to be able to see the craft going on. So it's definitely an adventure. So
Yeah.
I guess welcome to the first installment of what we hope to be many installments of Crafting with the Cult and Crafting with Amy's Rock and Pop Shop. Do you
We
want
haven't
to
settled
introduce?
on a name yet, but we'll get there.
No. We're just going with the flow. This is going to be a wholly organic experience for everyone. Hello, Michelle. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. We hope that it's entertaining one way or the other, whether it goes really well or whether this just blows up in our face. Again, hopefully you get some kind of entertainment out of it.
And for me, I am hoping that it encourages people to take that time to pull out those projects they've been putting off and do their crafting. So whether you're wanting to make the same thing we're making, which we might plan ahead sometimes and give you guys a supply list, or if you just want to use the time to have company and motivation and encouragement to do your crafting projects, you can be crafting along with us. And then you can always say, hey, I really want to make a soap bottle doll. So you guys go out and get your materials and then watch the video on the replay and make what we made. So that hopefully you guys will find it helpful, inspiring, motivating. And our plan is, if you guys have a good time, that we'll be moving this over to my channel. And every first Friday of the month, Michael will join me. So we'll have our show. And then the other 3 weeks in the month, I will either be crafting on my own or I will bring in other guests, depending on the week, to share their projects. So I think it'll be fun, I hope.
I think so. Yes. And everybody, Amy, is saying that they love your dolls. And I have the pleasure of owning 4.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, your craft screen.
Oh no, I lost my camera. Okay, I'll have to get us back in here.
But if you don't know and you don't own an Amy's Rock and Pop Shop doll, you guys are missing out. They are amazing. And I was telling Misty and Michelle, I was like, oh my gosh, the first time I'm ever going to be making a doll live, and the person I'm doing it with is Amy.
Oh my goodness, yay!
But no better person than to do it with, right?
I think I am queued up to come back in.
Oh, you are. I'm not paying attention.
Well, I'm honored to be doing your first doll with you. But my screen is wonky. Oh no, it's that whole order of things again. Shoot.
Well, I mean, I can get into it. Yeah, you know.
Oh, I don't know why it's not full.
Well, landscape for you.
Well, you know, this is the first time we've done this, so it's technically a little bit challenging. That's so strange because it doesn't matter what I do, it's still going to do its own thing.
There
Oh,
it
there we
goes.
go. Okay,
Hi.
we're back. So obviously you'll be able to tell who's who, and it's just all going to be mixed up. It's a mashup. It's the rock and cult pop vintage. Oh, okay. It's no longer a mashup. Michael's gonna
All good.
get it back straight. Hey Shadia, hey Shelly. And I'm not very good at multitasking when it comes to being on camera. I'm good in real life, but if I miss your comments, the thing about crafting live is, because I did do it on Instagram for a bit, we get into right brain sometimes, and so we may not see your comments in real time, but I'm going to periodically try to check in and check your comments. So we're not ignoring you, we're just artists and we're getting into right brain.
Yes.
Which is a good thing.
And we're just, and for me, I'm just going to try not to screw this up, so bear with me.
Where is Lamar? What is Lamar's screen name here?
Who now?
Lamar. Someone mentioned Lamar. Oh, there it is, Lamar Jeffries. Okay, good. Then I know who you are here. So yeah, Lamar got his first 3 dolls this past week.
Ooh.
So exciting. So look, guys, this is what inspired all this. I got these old crafting books. Where did I put it? Oh, I just have it turned around wrong. Okay. So I got these old crafting books, and I said to Michael, wouldn't it be fun if we find vintage projects and we follow the directions or improvise if they're weird, but wouldn't it be entertaining to try and make some of these projects from back in the day? So we're going to be doing more vintage projects. But look, here are the diagrams, and I'm going to read a little bit of the instructions before we get started. So it gives us a supply list of basic materials needed, and we're improvising on some of this stuff, guys, because it's a little weird. Okay, so here's the introduction. If you liked living dolls, you'll love lively living dolls. So that's the title of this. I did not notice the lively part. I just saw living, but lively living dolls. It contains more of these realistic dolls made from discarded plastic bottles. Projects include Hilda the Witch, a blushing bride and her groom, a Cub Scout, a baseball player, a fishing boy, and many more. Special thanks to Mary Teager of Silvis, Illinois, for breathing life into these lively living dolls. And I'll show you some of our favorites. This is the Hansel and Gretel with the witch.
I love the pink hair.
The pink hair is everything. And then we have the bride and groom and the Boy Scouts. Here's, look at his hair. I mean, the big hair is all about like everything I love. But my problem with these dolls is they don't have a neck, and our dolls are going to have necks, okay? So I've already strategized with Michael on how we're going to achieve that. But let's read our little basic materials needed. Okay. Scissors, check. Sewing thread, skip.
Skipping.
Needle, no. Masking tape, well, I'm using electrical tape because it's stronger. Straight pins, no thank you. White craft glue, no, I'm using hot glue. Plaster and tools for mixing, no, we're not going to do that. So apparently, in order to weight the bottle, they're suggesting that we mix up plaster of Paris and pour it in and wait for it to dry and cure and all that. No. So I found this little bottle of sand left over from my stepdaughter's project from school, probably about 8 years ago. So I'm just going to have a little bit of sand in mine. And Michael, what are you going to use?
I am using white rice. Oh, yeah.
Love that. Love that idea. Okay, tracing paper. So that would be if we were going to be using the patterns in the book, which we are not. We're improvising and making our own. Clear acrylic spray and fantasy fur and a comb. Okay, that is if we had doll heads that did not already have the hairdo. Now, I sourced these and some wonderful lady already did that work for us with the fantasy fur. So we will not be needing those materials because these girls are already ready to go. But in a future live, we may do our own hair and start from scratch. But it's really interesting because they have bulked up the hairdo with paper towels. You can see them stuffed down in here. And then they've combed the fur all over that and sprayed it with the acrylic spray. I prefer using Aquanet, honestly, so when I'm doing doll hair. So those are the materials. Scrap pieces of felt. So I have fabric, I'm using fabric, and I'm using some of my glitter material. Michael's got his felt and his feathers. Okay, so let's go over these instructions. We are skipping the bottle preparation, but let's read it for fun.
Okay.
The doll bodies for the projects in this book are liquid detergent bottles filled with plaster. The bottles should be wide at the top and narrowing in the middle like a waist.
These girls are snatched. I mean.
Yeah, they are. I mean, these were made for doll bodies, weren't they? That's what these were made for. Okay. Rinse thoroughly and remove all labels. We don't want any labels here.
Nothing.
For bottles requiring legs, a middle section is cut from the front and the back of the base. See figure A. Interesting. For legs. Interesting. Very interesting. We're not doing that today. Wrap masking tape tightly around each leg opening before pouring the plaster. Oh, wow. That's a lot. Test for leaks by filling with water. Taping any gaps. No. When using only the top half, cut the bottle about 2 inches below the waistline. See figure B. Tape the opening and test for leaks, and then cover the bottles with fabric matching the doll's dress and glue felt to the bottom of the base. So I don't know that I'm going to glue felt on the bottom, but that's a nice finishing touch. Okay, so we're plaster preparation. Mix the plaster according to the directions. Pour slowly into the bottle, filling to shoulder edge. Caution. Never pour leftover plaster down your drain. Let it harden in the container. Apply pressure to the sides and dump crumbling pieces into the trash container. They cover all the bases here. Okay, arms, head, and shoes. The arms are a chenille stem. 12 millimeter is best. Smaller ones can be doubled. Make a hole on both sides of the shoulder, which Michael has already done on his bottle.
I bumped y'all.
I'm going to be taping mine in a different way because I don't want to deal with the holes.
Sure did.
And then it says, push the stem all the way through. Attaching the head depends on the type of head being used. The neck can be removed or slits several times to fit over the bottleneck. Doll faces need to be backed with foam. We already have that prepared. You may need to slice away part of the foam to make it fit the bottle opening. Cut pieces of felt using the patterns. Top stitch the sole to the shoe all the way around and stitch back up and tie off. But we're not going to be sewing today. So
No, we're not.
we're going to improvise on how we're going to attach the head. And we will start with that now. So, yeah, let's do the head.
But I have to get my fabric over the neck.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So we won't put the head on right now. let's, I like to have, know what I'm working with, but okay, we can do the costuming first. All right, so we'll do the arms.
Okay.
Or maybe we should do the arms after we do. No, I have to put my arms on first because I'm taping mine on.
Okay. Well, I did the whole. So
Yeah,
I have got this crafting floral wire.
Yes, that's my favorite kind.
Because it was, I don't know, because they did say the chenille stems, but they're so like.
They're too flimsy.
Yes. So this is nice.
I like those paper wrapped ones, but I couldn't get to mine today. So I'm using this thinner, but it's okay because I'm going to wrap it in tape and make it thicker. All right, so I just bent mine and I'm going to tape it loosely and then I'm going to secure it better after I just get it attached here. And I'm using electrical tape because it's kind of flexible.
I'm going to pull this through.
You're a crafter too, Judy. That's awesome. What do you like to make? Let me check the date of the book. Let's see. I'm guessing it's the 70s, but let's see. Oh, 1975.
Hi. You know what?
Okay.
I think I'm going to take some of this floral tape. I'm going to wrap it right around these, like the shoulders, I guess. So that way it won't. I guess I could hot glue it. What gauge is the wire? It is. Let me get to the right one here.
Michael has the kind wrapped in paper, which is what I really prefer when I'm making dolls, but I'm using 18 gauge floral wire that's not wrapped in tape. Wrapped in paper because that was the easiest for me to grab quickly today, so.
It is stem wire. It's 8, oh, sorry guys. It is stem wire and it is 18 gauge. It's 18 gauge. I got everything today that I'm crafting with, aside from the stuff that Amy sent me, from Michael's. So the doll head, the bottle, and the hands all came from Amy. Everything else I got from Michael's craft store.
Yeah, and I'm going to hope to set up an affiliate program with Michael's. So once I get going with my weekly craft show, I'll try to start putting the links to the basic materials and things. I source the heads on either eBay or Etsy, and the hands as well. And the soap bottles I got actually off Facebook Marketplace. These are vintage ivory soap bottles, which is really cool. So because I'm taping my arms on, I'm gonna, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm gonna bend it up and then I'm gonna reinforce the other side under here too with the electrical tape. And when I'm making dolls from scratch, I love the electrical tape because it is flexible. And so when you're making a doll that's posable, it's really better than other tape, in my opinion. So I'm going to.
Hands, are we doing the same? Are we creating like a felt plug for the hands also?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. And later on, maybe in November, I'm hoping to do, what did I do with him? Oh, there he is. I'll grab him. A posable elf workshop for you guys.
Ooh.
This is my Chuck Negron elf, but I'm going to make some kits for you guys where I will make the armature for you and you can order them from me directly, or you can start from scratch if you would like. It's using the same wire that Michael is using, But when I'm building my armature, I'm reinforcing all of the joints with the electrical tape.
Should have gone. Well, I mean, for that, you definitely would want the electrical. Like, if I'm just going to
Yeah,
use
yours is fine. Yeah, yours is fine.
Santa Chuck, that's right.
Use what you guys have. You know, it's really about the creative process. That's the most important part.
Kits will be fun. Amy, your top screen's frozen. We see your hands moving. What is happening, Thrifter Nut Order, is that we are making vintage soap bottle dolls. So right now, I actually have a body. I have drilled a hole. You're good.
Okay.
And then I have 18 gauge floral wire through. So basically, there she is. There's her body once we attach the head. Now
I think my screen, our screens, I don't know if you guys are seeing the freezing stuff.
Your hands are moving.
So I've taped mine around the sockets here, and I just taped my wire across the back. Are the screens going in and out on your end, Michael? Because they are on mine.
Just your top one. Your bottom one keeps going.
Okay.
Cut off the excess.
Well, that's my cell phone, so I guess something. All right, well, hopefully we'll get, yeah, I guess I should attach the arms, the hands. All right, I want to measure and see, like, make sure that the hands fall in a realistic place.
I'm going to kind of exaggerate it.
I feel like my arms might be too long. Then my arms are too long, so I'm going to need to shorten them. Because we want things to be as much in proportion as possible.
So what I would.
You can stand up and see like where your arms fall. It's about to the, okay. So I think I like where this is falling.
I think I'm just going to fill the hand with glue and put the peg in.
That sounds fine. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my hot glue. I'm going to fill the arm. Okay, hello. With hot glue. Don't know what's going on. My glue got it.
Be careful that the hand is going to get hot, probably.
So it's good and filled. Get in here. I'm going to wait for it to dry. No, Sally, I appreciate it. Evan is saying fingertips go to the mid-thigh. That's what I'm saying, Creative Madness. When in doubt, use hot glue or duct tape.
Okay. Because these arms are all this bulkiness up here, but at this point I've already glued it, so it is what it is. I'm probably gonna bulk my arms up a little bit. So I have these felt scraps.
Okay.
And I'm not really tearing felt, it was glue. So let's see, I'm gonna use my designated fabric scissors.
Well, you guys, what we didn't tell you is that we're both working with the same hand. So one hand is going to be upside down. It is.
Yeah, the arms I ordered they were all the same. They were all the same. They weren't like left and right. So, all right. So I'm going to bulk up the arms a little bit with some felt. Do I keep free?
Just the top screen, like the bottom screen, is solid. Other hand, and again, this hand is going to be upside down. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's just a make-believe person. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, she does have a soap bottle for her body, so, you know. I think I used too much glue in this hand. This one's a lot better. That plastic does get hot.
No, I don't think they had hot glue in the 70s. I mean, they weren't recommending that we use it, so. Whoops. Who are they talking about that gives good hugs? You, Michael?
I do give good hugs.
They're talking about somebody and someone's not a stalker, and I don't know what's happening.
Oh, okay. Well, listen.
Misty will fill us in later.
Okay. She'll give us the tea.
It is a hairdo. It's not a hat. It's a big hairdo. See? What?
What?
My screen all the screens keep going out on my end, so I apologize if what I'm saying is not coming across.
Technology.
All right, so I'm just covering my entire arm up here over the felt with.
Now, this is the part where I'm like, what? It's trying to figure out the clothing. Where did you source your hat? Amy gets them mostly from eBay, yeah?
eBay and Etsy. Just search for vintage doll heads and find one that speaks to you. Not literally, of course. That would be scary.
If it does run into
that kind of thing. You know. All right, so I got one arm ready here. And look, it's white, just like the body.
Hi.
Yeah. I did not plan that. Just happened.
Sure.
It's all matchy-matchy.
I think I will try to do that too, bulk out the arms a little bit. But I'm going to have to glue felt down. So I'm going to take should be more than enough. I'm going to attach that right to the wire. Right. around.
Misty, thanks for providing the sideshow here.
Is Misty causing chaos?
She's entertaining our viewers
Oh, she's
while
talking about
we're
the
getting lost in right brain. She's picking up our slack. Oh, this one now, that's going to make her too muscly. I gotta fix that.
She works out.
And I highly recommend this Gorilla Glue glue gun. At first, it seemed a little awkward, but once you get the feel of it, you can really control the amount of glue that comes out versus regular glue guns. So I really love it.
Now, you're using low or medium temp?
I'm using high.
Ooh, Amy, she's
Either
great.
low or high. Yeah.
I'm on medium.
I like it hot, hot, hot.
I'm reckless.
Well, I've got part of my fingerprint is burned off at the moment and will hopefully grow back. But that was because I was gluing the elf heads that used to be light covers and forgot that there was a hole in the back of the head. So when I'm squirting the glue into the neck,
Oh,
the
no.
hole of the head directly onto my finger when it was its hottest hot. And that was a lot of fun.
That can cause on high, you guys. They can cause 3rd-degree burn. So do be careful.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
What, Misty? You like to pop off the heads and you're going to send me a bag? That's so cool. Thank you.
She does like decapitating dolls. Do I want more? I don't think I need really. I mean, I'm gonna. So I took this big piece of felt in a rectangle and cut a hole in the middle. So that way, you guys, just FYI, all of this is pretty much on the fly. So we're figuring some of this out literally.
Live
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Because the interesting thing is that the shape is great. So it's very like traditional female shape, you know, the 36, 32,
Yes.
36, or whatever they are. But this, because it's like enclaved, ideally a pattern, making a pattern would be, but why would we want to do that? No.
She feels alive. And I do talk to my creations, so you guys will have to just get used to that.
You do?
I'm spinning. I'm so happy to be almost alive. Okay.
Amy, are you thinking about selling this when you're done? I don't know.
Oh my God, you read my mind.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Michael, I was going to say, should we like auction these off at the end? You guys weigh in and tell us. They're like, we want to wait and see what they look like first, right? Come on.
That's a big wait and see.
Well, it's a possibility, we'll say.
Where are you? Because like this is the first doll.
It's Michael's first doll, so like that's really, you know, that's something. That's something special. But he may not want to give up his first doll. I don't know. All right, so I'm clipping the top of this with my scissors that are the ones I usually use for my glitter. And this is fabric on the back. It's sewable for those who sew. Okay. So what I'm going to do is then fold it the opposite way and snip it again so that I have a little X, and then it fits right over here.
Exactly. Trial and error. It's just not glue. We're not saving lives. We're just having fun.
Yeah. We're just having fun. Okay. This really wants to wing out, and I don't want it to wing out. Yeah, this thing is challenging. Well, she could have like a yeah, I gotta play around with this a minute to see how I'm gonna create this.
I hear ya. I'm like, I have one side of it. So I did glue.
That's correct, Robin.
Saying is the front, and then figuring out where I'm going to have to. Oops, sorry guys. So she's glued to the front here. Because I was able to retain the shape mostly, but it's going to be the arms that are interesting. So it's going to get puffy.
Yeah, the fabric is much easier to work with than this glitter material, but I'm going to be using fabric for the skirt. And you guys try not to freak out, but I'm using this.
Look at that fabric.
With the RN, it's going to be awesome. So, all right, back to work. Figure out what I'm going to do here.
Now, where is Tim Dunn?
Oh, Sarah. Sarah's here. Is it Sarah? Sarah? Yay! Hey, Sarah. Right, where's my camera?
So
Hey,
I want
Sarah. I could literally sit here and just mess with this for like 5 hours, but I need to make a decision and I need to get going with this. So
I hear you.
it's just this part up here that I don't like. So the decision is, do I focus on that, making this part work first and worry about the bodice later? Or do I focus on the bodice part first and worry about the shoulders and sleeves later?
That's kind of where I'm stuck because
I'm just gonna go for it.
You're just gonna go for it.
I'm just gonna go for it and see where it takes me. I just want to pull it as tight as possible because I want this to be as smooth as possible, but it looks like it's wanting to ripple. So,
What?
All right, I'm going to use some fabric glue. Your material, Michael, should be smoother because it's fabric, but mine is bulkier. So I'm using Fabri-Tac. It doesn't necessarily like to adhere to plastic. It can peel right off, but since this is underneath and everything else is going to be glued later with the glue, this is just going to be holding it in place for me right now. It's going to be fine. So I'm coating this with some Fabri-Tac. Ooh, the fumes are fun. And look, I have a little birthday candle holder, and I use that for the top because I always lose the tops.
Oh my gosh, that's so clever.
Thank you.
Y'all want to know something funny? Right out of high school, I was actually accepted to the Miami International Fine Arts. And I was going to go in for fashion design. I kid you not.
Wow.
So I am going to have a fold. but I think it's okay because it's going to be on the back.
Hey, Krista.
But then I'm wondering, should I make that the front? And I could make it like it's like a jacket, and then I can put like buttons. Because I got these.
Ooh, we brought those out of nowhere.
What?
And show me those.
But I really like the front because it's very form fit.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now, is getting this hopefully smooth. All right, so I'm going to be putting some hot glue down in here. Really, I should have glued the back side first before doing this, but whatever. I don't care as much about what the back looks like. So I put some hot glue down in here, and then I'm squeezing it until it dries, because I'm trying to get this all smooth. So I'm holding.
Spider webs everywhere already. You know me and my reads.
Buttons on the back are very vintage mod, Michael.
Do what?
Basement Treasures and Antiques says buttons on the back are very vintage mod.
That is true. Lower temp equals more spider webs. I did not. Well, yeah, I guess that would make sense.
I get a lot of spider webs on high. I'm just saying.
I have high. I can go medium.
Well, high, you're still going to get spider webs on high. Maybe they're not as, maybe it's worse. I don't know because I don't use low, but you're still getting them on high. I even got a special gun that said less spider webs with special glue. No, still had a lot.
It's all a lie.
So I'm just going to hug my doll. Just hug my dolly while I apply pressure for the glue to dry and cure.
I'm almost creating a cake.
Yeah, the back looks terrible. The back is all bumpy.
Oh, we're going to create a zipper with a glitter sheen.
Oh, yes. I love that.
That's what we'll do.
All right. Well, now that I've created this glued side here, I'm able to pull this side tight. And I'm going to try to pull the back tight so that it doesn't buckle up like it was doing. So it's going to require me to stretch it and pull it very taut until the glue dries. So, hey, how are you guys doing? We're talking about names.
Names?
Well, I'm glad, Motortown, that you think this is fun to watch, because I'm like, Michael, if this sucks, it's okay if you want to back out for the next time. So, like, don't feel bad. But I did tell Michael that I think it would be fun if we did some challenges, like those food shows where the chefs have to have certain ingredients and see what they can make with it. And it would be fun if we do it with like really like in Michael's terms, trash-tastic supplies, like the worst doll heads and the worst materials. And we have to be challenged to make something fabulous with it. And then you guys can vote. And then maybe you guys can source junk for us and challenge us. Like, I don't know. The possibilities are endless on where this could go.
I'm wondering, like,
Okay, so I'm putting glue in here and now I'm going back to my front. And I've got to pinch the back side and the front side at the same time to try to get it as taut as possible. So it requires a lot of strength.
yeah, girl.
You're a good junk sourcer, Sally. That's good to know. And this is hot, so if you guys attempt this at home, especially if you're doing it with fabric, it's going to be really hot through the fabric, so be careful.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean, the more you do it, the less calluses.
Yeah, I have a little bit of an immunity to a lot of the heat, and then you're going to hear me go when I really get burned, but I'm going to try not to curse because I don't want Michael to get flagged.
I think they let us do. They said they allow light language now.
Oh, they
I
do?
really haven't.
Just kidding.
I haven't tried it out, and I don't. And that's like the thing. It's like, well, what does light language really mean? You know? I don't know what I'm trying to do. I don't know if I want to cut this.
Well, my back is not perfect, but my front's looking pretty smooth. Ooh, ah. Oh, I'm sure I'm going to have competition. He's pulling out the bag zipper. Come on.
Now, are you going to do are you forming it just to the torso and then cutting away the excess and then doing the arms separately?
Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out the arms after I cut this down.
Do you think we could do it like how you do your cone dolls? Like so far as like the sleeves, do you think that would work?
If we were going to do that, then we wouldn't have attached these arms to the bottle.
Because we would have had
a separate piece and we would have taped it from behind. I mean, glued it. But we were kind of following these directions. So, like, if we do another soap bottle doll, we might want to try it that way next time.
Okay.
But this one, what I usually do when I'm making, like, recostuming a post doll is I'm going to do the entire torso and then I make the sleeves a separate entity and attach the sleeve as if you were sewing it on to the torso piece.
Just had a moment.
I'm gonna do mine.
I just had a moment. Okay. It just came to him. How we're gonna do this. I'm going to do, because it was super popular in like the 50s, right? It was like the Asian style. So what if I do, because I have black hair, right? What if I do like that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a pine kimono in the winter.
Love it.
Because that's what's happening. Like, does that not look like a kimono?
Yes.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Kimono. That's what I'm going to do. Okay.
Love it.
I have a completely different idea, but that's all right.
We figure it out as the project unfolds, it takes shape.
We're letting her tell us what she wants to be. All right. Then I'm going to add some more glue. here. Oh. It's like I have to choose between having my head in the frame or having the doll in the frame. And I'm going to choose the doll. So then what I'm going to do.
Going down like that a lot, but whatever. I think people are more watching our projects.
Okay.
So I think that's good.
Oh,
so
everybody
I'm dropping
it was a
in
here. Okay. Y'all is slick. I'm not mad at it.
I'm dropping more glue down in here so that I can connect it all the way up. Well, sorry, I'm trying to get the hang of these cameras. And pinching it until it dries. Now, you ladies and gentlemen who sew would probably choose to make your own patterns and create clothes that way. But those of us who are not skilled with the machine can do wonders with hot glue.
Sure can. I mean, essentially, we're still creating seams. We're just doing it with hot glue.
Yep. Peru. All right. So now I'm gonna come in here and trim off the excess. I want to get close to the bottle, but not so close that it comes apart. And I'll tell you, all these scissors started out as fabric scissors for me, and then I end up having to use them on my glitter material, and then they end up not being fabric scissors anymore. So now I have my new pair of fabric scissors that I will not touch the glitter with, at least for now.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to create my seam right now. Over.
So it's tricky. Yeah. There we go. And it doesn't have to be perfectly trimmed because you can always take some, when I trim scissors now, I'm talking about fabric trim, little trim, and you can cover the seam with that trim.
See, that's exactly what I have, Amy. So I'm uneven on the cut right here.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, whether we take, actually, we might take something like that.
Exactly.
And just cover it in. We'll go all the way around with the pipe cleaner. Or shimmy them, sorry.
So yeah, like this is not going to be a clean cut because it's kind of impossible to get deep down in there, but I will take some fabric trim later and cover this so it won't matter if there are some jaggedy edges left.
You know what? I think that's kind of part of the charm. Because when you think about a lot of that made in Japan stuff, especially from the 50s, I mean, that stuff was disposable. And, you know, you could tell it wasn't high quality or anything like that, but that's what makes it so endearing.
Yeah, you can see the glue. So here you can see where I've trimmed off the excess, so we're starting to get her nice shape. And we'll deal with these arms later. I'm not looking forward to it, but we'll deal with them, figure those out. But at least we're getting the bodice coming together here. Yeah, well, I don't have anybody else using my scissors, but I end up needing them to cut because, see, the tips are already dull on these, so I'm very tempted to take my fabric scissors and cut this, but then they're not going to be fabric scissors anymore. But that's what happened to both these pairs, is that I end up, because if I could cut with the tip of the scissors, it would cut through this little curve, but they're dull. Oh, see, this side went so smoothly. Ah, yes. And now look at this. This reminds me of Peaches and Cream Barbie.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I got Peaches and Cream Barbie in my Easter basket one year. It was so exciting. I wasn't really even into Barbies, but I thought they were pretty. I liked He-Man and Star Wars more.
Oh my gosh, did you know they just did a remake of He-Man?
Yes, my cousin is like, he's all into that. He does little unboxings, and he just got the new Castle Grayskull.
Oh, the origin. Look, I'm a girl. I got a huge He-Man collection.
I love it. He-Man was everything.
I do have some She-Ra though too.
Oh, well, I love She-Ra. I have some of my She-Ra dolls and some of my He-Man. But we would pile all of our figures together, and we would take turns choosing out of the pile.
Oh gosh, same.
Build our teams. Yeah. And my cousin Alan and I, we would get into fights because somebody would call at the beginning, like, no force fields. And then someone would always use a force field. And then it was always at Grandmama's house. Grandma, I called no force fields, and Amy used a force field. And so I'm supposed to be able to capture her men. And I'm like, no.
God love her. She's like force fields.
No, actually, my grandma was the coolest. She read sci-fi and fantasy novels.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. She was the balance to my grandmother that was a minister.
Okay.
And I went to a private Christian school. So when I would go to private Christian school, and my nanny and all the weird, my nanny wasn't weird. She was a good woman. She was sensible, but the people there would say like Smurfs were satanic, and I was not allowed to watch Smurfs anymore. And then my grandmama would be like, they're not satanic. All magic is not evil. And then it created the balance for me. So I got both sides, and I became a well-balanced, secure human being. So I'm thankful to both of them. All right, so I think I'm just gonna do what I would do on a pose. I'm just gonna trim this entire sleeve off and create a new sleeve that fits the way I need it to. I don't want to trim too much because I don't know where this is gonna fall.
I see you guys. I'm going to go for the green trim. We're going to use, trust me, I got some white stuff we're going to pull out.
Okay. Everything is coming together. Yes, that's what I'll do, and then I'll just trim that seam. That's going to work for me. All right, so I'm going to trim this up just a smidge more. Let's see where we are. Oh my gosh, New England thrifter. I love the way you think.
But
She wanted Barbie to marry G.I. Joe, and her brother would get so mad. I'm assuming New England thrifter is a girl. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, in my case, I wanted Tila to be with Stratos, and that really made my cousin Alan very angry.
why?
Stratos was hot. That kind of ate my flies.
Amy, I don't know what's going on, but Stratos is my favorite.
Yay! Yes, he was so hot, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but my Tila is with Stratos, and it would drive him nuts. Tila's supposed to be with E-Man, and I'm like, no, she's with Stratos. And I still tease him about it. And when I had my own apartment when I grew up, I would put my Stratos and Tila figures, like in each other's arms in a display when he would come over, and it would just drive him nuts. But we laugh about it now.
Oh man. Yeah, the new one is very focused on Tila.
But it was so exciting when the movie came out and you find out that She-Ra is He-Man's twin brother.
Oh yeah. I always thought, I don't know, even though I knew that as a kid, I always thought, like, in my own universe, He-Man and, like, She-Ra were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, we can pretend whatever we want to. That's the joy of having an imagination, yeah. All right, so I'm going to stick some glue in here and cinch these together so that I can then trim it off. Ouch! Yeah, it seeped out and got me, but it's okay. It wasn't bad.
I gave her trim.
Yay, it's coming together.
Like I said, this totally was not what I envisioned, but that's okay. That's usually when it gets, for me, is like whenever it happens organically, is when it's the best.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes, Shadia, thank you. Yeah, you guys, please like this video. And if you're not following, or what is it called on Instagram? Subscribing? No, I mean, sorry, YouTube. Sorry. Subscribe to my, there I am. Here I am. Okay. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, because we're going to be moving this show to my channel starting the first week of August will be our next show. And if you are one of my regular viewers and you're not subscribed to Michael, The.Cult.Of.Vintage, I'm getting used to StreamYard. How do I point to him? Yeah. Then please subscribe to him as well. I don't know why my other camera keeps timing out. It's so weird. But it timed out again. Sorry.
Technology is why.
I mean, this is the first time I've done 2 cameras in one show, so. Well, okay, I did it on Instagram. I lied once or twice, but no, I didn't. It was one camera. It was one camera that I tilted down. So yeah, this is my first time. All right.
I've used 2 cameras before.
Okay, I'm coming back in. I think you guys have been here long enough to figure out whose project is whose. So.
Yeah. Well, our names are down there, you know.
Exactly. I think it's kind of cool. It's like a Hollywood Squares kind of vibe.
He-Man was hot. Yeah. So I actually did keep that open.
You kept what open?
Like her sleeve is open.
Oh, okay. All right. So the glue didn't quite seam that up. So we'll add a little more and reconnect it. Yay, Scott, I'm so happy to know that it's working, that you're approving of our setup here. All right.
Yeah, we came on an hour early to make sure. Like,
Yeah.
how is this going to go down?
And that being said, we both spent time even prior to that kind of setting it up too. So
Yeah.
we really wanted this to be good for you guys.
See, I don't know how I'm going to make it funky. Like,
Thrift or not hoarder, I'm not sure if Michael's going to pleat his skirt, but I pleat mine. So I'll be doing that for sure.
I'm going to need you to do that. I'm going to hold off on the skirt then. I'm going to continue to work on the trim because I'm kind of interested in that process.
Yeah, I'm almost to that point. I can skip to that
Oh,
and
no,
sleeve. No, I just mean I can add my sleeves later and I can go ahead and get to work on the skirt. I want to take a break from this part because this part is boring. I'm tired of working with this part.
I know, putting down the framework, if you will, is the boring part. Dressing it up.
Yes. I mean, my favorite part is once I get the whole construction of the dress, then I get to put on all the fun trim.
Yes.
That's the really fun part.
I got these little white.
Mike says, this is fun for us. Oh my gosh, I'm so relieved.
The white paper flowers.
Ooh, oh, those are pretty.
I got some leaves, like little sequin leaves.
Ooh, I love those.
And I got these little snowflakes. I know the light is just washing them out, but
I know how pretty they are.
what if I make this her obi?
If you make that what?
Her obi, like the bump on the back.
Ooh, that would be really special. Michael's going all out.
I'm going all. Hey, look. If you guys, I have been trying to get an Amy Christmas doll. Her Christmas doll, like, don't get me wrong. Any of the Amy dolls are good. But Amy, those Christmas ones with those, the hair pieces. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's a wreath. It is a straight up like floral arrangement in their hairs. It is beautiful.
Here she is. Here's one of them. This is probably my new favorite. And she's got these mercury ball earrings. And let's see.
Gorgeous.
She's got the vintage spun cotton head Santa, the snowman, the little celluloid elf.
Everything.
Part of this was like an assemblage that was already put together, and then I added to that, like a lot to that. So hopefully you guys can see it. I'm not good with StreamYard yet.
She's stunning.
Anyway, so she, yeah. And then she's got the beautiful glitter outfit. So we have her, and she's my new favorite. And then we have the turquoise girl. Her head's a little smaller.
Scott was just saying he thinks that whenever he thinks of Christmas, he thinks of Rosemary Clooney in Holiday Inn in the white Christmas with the white sequins.
Ooh.
Yes. Amy made a white or a red dress in that glitter fabric. Very Rosemary Clooney.
Okay, I'll bring her. All of these have sold, but they're getting shipped next week. This head was like the most amazing, and half of her curls had been cut out, and they sent them with her, so I just like glued them back in. But she was my first one, and then I kind of went. She had a lot of hair, so she didn't need a whole lot up there. And then with the green one, I just went nuts with that one.
Yeah, your dolls.
Mini.
They really are.
And I make Christmas hats like this too that we can wear.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I totally forgot to cover my stupid thing back up here so it doesn't look ugly. Okay. All right, now where was I? Finishing up this gluing. Thank you guys.
White, right? It sounds like it folds.
Yeah, we'll have to make Michael a Christmas bonnet.
Oh, Lord. Right?
No, I can't buy the heads on Amazon because then they wouldn't be vintage ones, and I prefer the vintage ones. But you guys can use whatever you guys like. I get them on eBay and Etsy. All right, so I've got the bodice the way I want it, and I want to pick the smoothest side for her front, so it'll be this one. All right, so now I need to cut my fabric. So I need to see. I was going to do this one because it has the bluebird on the bottom. So I need to see how long it should be.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think we did really good with the camera work. I mean, I think we did.
I think so. I mean, I would prefer that, you know, I could somehow block out my bust, but, you know, other than that.
I told her we're all friends here. Oh no, that's gonna go in the front. Ooh.
Oh, yes, it has to go there for sure. Because I'm like, no, the back, you're not going to see it as much. All right, so I'm going to, oh, I dropped it. I'm going to try cutting it here.
I think I'm gonna go flat versus.
You're not going to pleat?
Because
Yeah,
I don't.
for your style, it really shouldn't be pleated.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
You can cover the pleats in another show, Michael, for a different doll.
Yes, because I actually would really like to know.
Well,
How to
you'll
do
see
that.
what I'm doing, but yeah.
I'm just gonna. Yes, okay, so everybody's saying the kimono is flat, so I'm going to keep it flat. I'm going to try to be as respectful as I possibly can. I'm going to take the jaggedy edge and put that up top because we're going to cover it. Flat.
Okay. Now I've got to trim off this white edging here.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's nice. I love that metallic trim with that green. I totally forgot to put the sand in my bottle. I haven't done that yet.
Well, I figured we'd do that right before the head, yeah.
Okay, that sounds good.
Otherwise, could you imagine the mess we would have right now?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point.
Ooh, I can make my own pattern. Yep. Okay. I have a tendency to jump around a lot. Like I'm never like I do go step by step.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, these are not meant to be a tutorial. I mean, you guys can learn from our process, but they're not a traditional tutorial. All right, so I have to say I would want it to be about there. So this needs to be trimmed more. I'd rather it be too long than too short. So about right there. We can always take more off if we need to. So next time, I hope you guys that like to craft will bring out those projects you've been meaning to do and use this time to craft with us. And those of you who don't craft, hopefully will enjoy the social aspect and just have fun seeing what we create.
I mean, this again, you guys, this was all just, we both like to craft, and it's definitely something that I do to kind of like de-stress. Like I love making my reading. Like I don't know, Amy, do you consider it therapeutic? Like if you're stressed, you know?
I survived this pandemic from making my dolls, honestly. So it's very therapeutic for me. And it's also very motivating to do projects that I normally would not take the time to do, to have someone to craft with. So
Yeah.
I'm utilizing that aspect of it as well. All right, so it's still a little bit longer than I need it to be, but I'm going to go ahead and start with this so that I can always trim it down after I make the skirt. I'm really wanting this yellow bird to kind of be in the front, so I'm going to start, just put some glue here. The good thing about having this glitter material is that the hot glue adheres to it really well, and since it's already attached to the bottle, I don't have to worry about is the hot glue going to stick to the plastic, because it is going to need to just stick to the glitter. So I'm just going to be doing a series of folding and gluing and folding and gluing, and then we will end up with a full skirt.
Yeah, and again, we're not sewing. We're just using the hot glue as almost like stitching. We're seam tape.
Which is what they did with the vintage Japan dolls. It was all glue.
Yep.
You can see the glue. And this is what I've always done because I used to make dolls. I sculpted them from Sculpey, 100% handmade, yeah. And I did doll shows and got published in the doll magazine when we used to have them. And the costuming was always my favorite part. I really didn't enjoy the sculpting aspect.
Now, Amy, do you have, like, aside from like your own dolls or anything, do you have like any other dolls that you collect?
Well, I used to collect Disney princess dolls, and I still have them. but I'm not as passionate about them as I used to be, but they're still special to me and I have them in my cabinet. But my most recent passion is pull-up.
Okay, you like pull-up?
I love pull-ups. I have a lot of pull-up dolls. I started collecting them probably 2007-ish.
All right.
I know a lot of people like Blythe, and I have my little Blythe necklace here. But pull-up is my favorite.
I have one Blythe. I have a custom. I got him off of Etsy. I feel that I'm not paying more attention to the chat, you guys. I do apologize.
Yeah, it's the whole right brain thing, but I think Misty's got our back. I think they're entertaining each other. Michelle, she's got our back.
Oh, there is Sarah Coleman in the chat.
Sarah, yeah, Sarah's there.
Michelle's there.
So we got backup. That's the thing about crafting in real time when we're not doing a set tutorial. We're in our zone. But you guys can see it's starting to come together as a little skirt here.
Oh my God, that is adorable. I love that fabric.
Now with the pose dolls, I like to cut the skirt kind of shorter so it just really stands out. But since we don't have real legs, it'll have to go to the ground. So I'm not about to attempt that whole masking tape plaster thing, okay? Cutting the bottom one.
No.
I don't think they would be really chunky legs.
So I'm scared, but I'm going to do it.
Uh-oh, what?
Because I can't get the wrap around because I did not cut. Like this is still together. So I need to snip this so that I can get this underneath.
Oh, just to make a slit so it can fit up under the arm. Yeah, that's
Actually,
scary.
you know what? I lied.
Oh, okay.
No. Well, yeah.
I agree, Lori. It has. Definitely has. Carol, I'm not sure if you're asking me or Michael, but if you're asking me, I will be putting some trim, you know, to like hide this edging once I get the entire skirt done. Pam, I am not mathematically inclined, so I don't measure anything, unfortunately. I'm not good with numbers. I just eye things, and then if I end up not having enough fabric to complete this all the way around, then I just add more. And with the pleating, it doesn't show that you've added more. It all just flows as one piece. So I just start with what I think and then add on if I need to. But when people start wanting me to measure things, then I shut down.
That takes out the creative process of it all.
Yeah, it's like I wanted to try quilting with my grandmother's fabrics. I'm like, I wanted to do something with my grandmother's fabrics. And so I took a quilting class, and it was way too much math and measuring, and I didn't make it. So at that point is when I decided to make dolls. When my grandmother passed away, I wanted to do something to honor her. So that's when I started making dolls. And I decided I'll use her fabric to make the doll's clothes.
That's amazing.
And I still have a good bit of her fabrics left that I've been pulling out of storage to make the dolls I'm making now. So I'm excited to revisit them again. You're welcome, Pam. I wish I was better mathematically, but I'm just not.
I don't know. This doll is definitely doing something. What? I didn't know.
I just make the stuff up as I go.
Same. We're just going with the flow here.
Thank you, Sarah. We're going to have a creepy clown challenge. And when I say creepy, like the clowns don't have to be like traditionally horror clowns, but everyone feels clowns are creepy. And Misty's sitting there going, no! But I think it would be fun to try to make clowns just for fun, because I end up with so many clown heads that I get in doll lots that I buy on eBay, and I don't really like clowns, but I do have some really cute vintage fabrics that would look amazing that were my grandmother's for clowns. So I just saw some a minute ago. I might pull it out later. But cute little circus prints, and it would be fun.
I love a good blogger.
And we can just be really creative with fun colors and crazy trim. And what do you guys think? Do you want us to do a clown challenge?
Yes, they do.
Shadia says, no clowns, too scary.
No.
And Nancy says, it's okay to wing it.
Wrap my hand in glue.
Ringmaster doll with a circus print. That could be cool. We could pay. Okay. Yes. Maybe we need to have clown month. And Michael will join me for one of the segments. But I can do the ringmaster pose doll. And then we can have the clown. And we can have the elephant. I have such a cute elephant head. And it would be so fun to redress one of the pose dolls in a ringmaster outfit for a girl. Oh my gosh, I love this idea. And I have the cutest little vintage figurine, like animals that I've been saving, like some little elephants on balls and things that will be like, they'll go with the clown doll. Because I like to do that. I like to give my dolls pets. And I use the vintage ceramic figurines, like if it's a lone shaker that doesn't have its match, and pair them up. Aw, Shadia, come on. You'll watch our clown show. They're going to be happy clowns. They're not horror clowns. Shadia, come on. I don't like clowns either, but I even went to the Halloween horror thing at Knott's Berry Farm where they have the clown.
Oh my gosh, did you meet Elvira?
I've met Elvira at the autograph show, but I didn't meet her there.
Okay.
She apparently used to hang out with the old acts, the bands back in the day. And she remembers my husband. And I guess she was telling us the story of how she hid in the wardrobe box for Paul Revere and the Raiders. And Mark Lindsay found her and was like, how old are you? Like, you need to go home. It blows my mind that these girls were like 13 and 14 and 12 around these bands. It just blows my mind. Because I'm wanting to picture them being 15, 16, 17, and they were 13, 14, 12, going to these concerts.
That's just insane.
Right, Amy? I watched the Bozo show when I was little. I had the talking Bozo doll with the ring pull. And I really wanted to do that game where you throw the ping pong balls. And I'm
Oh my
thinking,
God,
I
the Bodice
really do
show?
that. Yes.
I think every kid.
Christy, adult people are allowed to be afraid of things because we're human. So it's okay. A Soul Train collection. See, Scott, I have to perfect the proper fro. I have to perfect that hairstyle. I've already had a request from someone that wants a more natural fro than what's coming on the vintage dolls, and so I've got to perfect that.
Amy still plays the Bozo game. I mean, you know what, honey? You gotta stay young at heart.
Well, yeah, that's what keeps life fun and happy.
Now,
That's one reason I was a nanny, because I genuinely love doing all the things kids love to do. So it's a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, I just realized that I'm like doing my skirt up diagonally. So now I gotta pull some of it off and re-glue it. No biggie.
fun times.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Well, see, Misty hates clowns, and she even watched Bozo.
I mean, Bozo was kind of creepy. What was the name of the friend? His friend.
Did his friend have blonde hair?
Oh, what was that clown's name?
And his hair was kind of like straight.
Drag, shaggy, yeah,
Yeah.
shoulder length.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. Oh, I don't think I'm feeling a stand-up collar on this one, but I appreciate
Cookie.
the idea.
Cookie.
Cookie?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Misty girl, are you sure you don't like clowns?
I think
No,
she. I think it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. Speaking of clowns, who has seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
You know, I've never seen that movie.
Oh my gosh, Michael. It's the best. And here I did it again. Making it up too high. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. They have their spaceship is a circus tent. It's a circus tent flying spaceship. So it just lands, and voila, there's a circus tent that lures people in. And they capture the people, and they wrap them up in cotton candy cocoons.
Okay.
And hang them in the circus tent, and then they stick a giant, like, twisty straw in the cocoon and suck out their blood.
Well, yeah. I mean, what else would they do?
And then there's just like, the giant hammers and those kind of things, but some of it was just really creatively thought out. And then they have these guns that shoot popcorn, and the popcorn has teeth and goes after people.
Okay, I'm not mad at that idea. I gotta clean up my mess here. Getting a little out of hand.
All right, so it's coming along. She's starting to look very princess-like.
Oh, she's very, it's almost like a poodle skirt. She's giving
Yeah,
like that.
it's a long, long one. Oh, looking back through. Wait a minute. Lavish Mango Eclectic Mix, aka Melinda, says that she was on the Bozo Show.
What?
I want to hear about this. You were on the Bozo Show. What?
That's
Well,
crazy.
Cheryl, I'm so glad that you feel this is relaxing. I've had that. I've been told that before with my crafting videos on Instagram, that it was very relaxing. So yay. I think Michael and I both have kind of the calming voices. Just, we're both that vibe.
We're definitely like the chill.
Yeah. I'm just going back through some of these. Jenny. So my husband is Chuck Negron. He was one of the 3 lead singers in Three Dog Night. He was the guy with the mustache. Sang lead on One. Joy to the World, which most people know as Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog. Lots of the hits. And before the pandemic, we toured with the Happy Together tour, which hopefully we'll be able to do again, maybe next summer. I think it would have been our 6th year. So I manage, I'm his manager, and would tour with him. But due to the circumstances of the world, I was able to focus on my crafting this past year. And so that's what I've been doing. But I'm going to do a live, I had scheduled a live to sell his merch with him, and technology did not cooperate. So I'm going to reschedule it. I think I'm going to do it for probably the first Saturday in August on Facebook. So that'll be fun. And I just did a live sale with one of our friends, Ron Dante, who was the lead singer of the Archies, or still is. And he's famous for the song Sugar Sugar. So we did a live sale on Facebook, and I'm going to be posting that replay on my YouTube channel. Hopefully next week I'll get that up. It's really, it would be really fun because he did answer a lot of questions and tell a lot of stories, and it's fun to see the memorabilia. So be sure to look for that. And then when I do one with my husband, I'll put that one out on YouTube too. Oh, Christy, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you.
We do. Sorry, I'm just, yeah. I'm talking out loud.
Well, Jenny, we don't really get to choose where he goes. That's up to the agents and the promoters. But right now, until things get safer, we are taking a break because my husband does have lung disease. So he's higher risk for things right now. But hopefully next summer things will be better. We can get back out there, but we do come to Oregon sometimes on the Happy Together tour. And his oldest daughter lives in Oregon.
I love that name, Happy Together tour.
Yes, it's very happy. It's so fun because at the end of each show, each artist comes out for a finale, and it's like a medley of one of their hits. It'll be a little snippet of each artist's hit, and then they all come out together and all sing it together. And it's really powerful.
Now, how long have they been doing that for?
The Happy Together tour goes back into the 80s. It used to be called Hippie Fest.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, and it was founded or started by the Turtles with the song Happy Together. So it looks like I just rode this up too high again. But we've been doing it since 2013. And we had 1 year off. I think it was 2015 that we weren't on it, but it's it's easier because we're on a tour bus instead of with his lung disease. It can be wearing on him to be in flight so much. So it's easy just to get on the bus. You know, you go to sleep on the bus after the show. And I mean, when I say easy, it's also very exhausting when you're in a different city every night, back on the bus, go into a hotel room during the day, haul everything out, and I'm the hauler. Haul everything out, haul it back in, go to the venue, haul it out, back in. By August, it's like we're all exhausted, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of great relationships that we've made. Everyone's like family. We have like 13 people on our bus, and we all just live together all summer. And we've got 2 different buses, so 2 buses full of people. We used to have interns. We used to have a college bus of interns one of the months.
Oh, wow.
And that was too. All right, so as you guys can see, I did not have enough fabric to finish, so I will be cutting some more to add in. But it's coming together, and then it'll be trimmed up because it's a little too long. Although I could leave it. Actually, no, I'm leaving it because when you sit it down, it flares out. So I'm leaving the length. I love it. I love it. All right, so now I need to cut some more fabric. They're on the Golden Girls train.
Oh. I'm just adding some little accoutrement right now. Like I said, I have a tendency to jump around. I don't know. I just go wherever the vibe is.
Oh, I do too. Maybe I should just cut on this crease, and that way at least it'll be straight. Oh, that looks so good.
It's so hard time getting off the read. Now I gotta do some extra fabric.
Robin is asking if we can hold it up with the head so she can see it. Also, Robin, you can come and watch the rest of it tomorrow because it'll be up for replay.
That'll be. That's where we're headed towards.
Thank you for tuning in, Robin.
Yes, I hope you have a good night.
Don't dream of clowns. Who do you have coming on Vintage Rescue Squad this week?
Oh, we have Jocelyn the crazy lamp lady, and we also have Alex from Curiosity Incorporated.
Oh, wow.
So, like, it's going to be like a fancy person edition. Not that everybody we don't have on, but I think combined, I mean, good lord. Between the two of them, they have about 500,000 subscribers, so that'll be an adventure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chrissy just really wants even a small pleat out of you, Michael. Maybe just a small pleat.
I'm going to create a little something back here. I think on now, well, we're going to see how it goes.
I need to trim this a little bit. I'm just trying to get it trimmed, guys. Okay. Let's, I'm so mad. I ended up cutting it too short. I cut it and I should have just waited and cut it after I pleated it. So now it's too freaking short. Gosh darn it. I know you guys are like, what if you had measured?
Jeez, Amy.
All right, I'm gonna measure.
I got this. Man, I really burnt my finger. Holy Moses.
Oh man. And of course, it's not like an even number or anything, so that makes it more difficult.
See, I totally just changed my mind. I did all of that work with that green piping, and now I'm almost debating if I want to do the feather.
Oh.
Well,
I mean, you have the white, so I think it would work.
because it's so green right now, you know?
Yeah. All right.
This is the front. So this is the front, and this is going to be the back. So it's got
Is there a bigger flower they're asking about where you're going to put a bigger flower?
Oh, the bigger flowers? I don't know. I might do throughout the dress, the kimono. Maybe not. Maybe I put them in her hair instead. Like just leave the one, keep it simple on the belt.
Okay, let's try this again. Oh, all right, that works. But it's not even.
No.
Oops. Oh, are you going to do a boa?
You want them?
Are you going to do a boa?
Oh, you know. I'm being a little extra.
All right, I'm digging in to finish this dress. And I will go back and connect this, fold it under and connect it to the rest so that it blends. But I'm looking forward to being done with this part so that I can do the trim.
This is fun.
I'm going to have to do the sleeves, which are not going to be fun.
So I was thinking about putting this in the area. Okay, so then I'm picking up more white.
Ooh, I like that.
You know what? I said, should I put
Ooh, that's such a statement piece. You've got to have it somewhere.
no, right? It's like, bam.
Whoever wanted pleats, hopefully I make up for Michael not having pleats because I have lots of pleats.
Amy's having extra pleats. See, then I'm like, then that be, see, then having this becomes too much.
I really like that big one on her.
The big one.
I do.
It's like, so this is like the vintage chenille, so it's kind of like, it's more yellowish. So then when I have it next to like the white paper flowers, it just,
Yeah, I can't tell, but I know what you're saying.
it just makes it.
But it just looks so great because you have the solid color dress. So the statement piece really makes it all pop.
Trying to think if I have something else. The hair.
I think it's the flower would be good in her hair too, but I think it's no matter where he places the flower, it's not stark white, so it's not matching up with the other embellishments.
It's that's the problem. I might be able to get it to read, but maybe not. But can you see? There you go. See the difference in the color?
Yeah.
So I mean, there's no glare on this right now, but it's such a snow white. It doesn't. That's my problem. And I'm trying to think if I have. Which there's nothing I could make.
So now I've got to take this and lower it because it's to match up with that.
I have this one.
I like that too.
That could go in her hair though.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's like a foil. It's like a, I'm going to show you here, but it's like
Yeah.
a corsage.
Yeah. I mean, you know me, I like the bold stuff. So I think, yeah, that just makes it all fabulous.
That could go there. I think that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this one here,
Love it.
and then the flower, the white flower in the hair.
Love
Or
it.
the other way around, you're thinking.
Yeah. Let's see it the other way around too.
So the white flower. Oh, that's even better. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just love the flower on the dress, and that works in her hair perfectly too. So I think that's the way to go. That's my vote.
Okay. See all the digging that in the hair. Okay. And then I'll figure out where. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep this here. So I glued all of that on for nothing. That's the winner. Okay. Everybody says that's the winner. Put this off. See, that's the nice thing about hot glue is you can usually get most of the stuff back off
Mm-hmm.
without damaging the progress. White flower. Good vibes. I got that. That's the OD right there. I might have to bump that out a little bit more. I'm going to have to add more fabric to make this look more purposeful so that it's not so like, I should probably do that before I touch the flower.
The doll will lead the way. I love that, Mike. Truly, truly. I'm almost done with the skirt. I'll be so happy. All right, so now I just have to trim up this extra piece that I had brought in. And it doesn't have to be perfectly cut because I'm going to be adding trim around the edges on the bottom. Ta-da! So yeah, I like leaving it big and full at the bottom. It's much more dramatic. Yay! So that's my front. And look, the bottle just kind of makes its own little bust.
I know, isn't that good?
Yay! Thank you, Chrissy. Oh, I better caffeinate myself a little bit. All right. Wow. How long have we been on, Michael?
2 hours exactly right now.
It flew.
It does. It does go by quick.
All right, so I think it's time for me to pull my drawer of trim. So I'm going to go over to my dream box and see what color trim I would like to bring over.
Going to the dream box. It's 11. It's 10 here. Where are you at that it's 11, Scott?
Oh, there's just too many choices.
Nova Scotia.
Well, I can't really decide, so I'm going to bring a few colors over. Ta-da!
Just a few. Ooh, I like the turquoise.
I know. There's a lot of choices. Okay, let's see.
Linda, oh, Amy, we're international.
Oh my gosh,
Linda
wow.
Parker's watching from Northern Ireland.
Well, that is awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Seriously?
I'm really loving this. This palm trim is really pretty. That could be good around the bottom. It's going on the bottom.
Going on the bottom?
Yep. All right, I gotta find something to cover up these seams. This is pretty too.
Decisions.
Now, if I had thought things out, oh, my battery's getting low. No. Can't have my other camera die on me. If I had thought it out ahead of time, I would have cut the front panel in a, yeah, there we go. All right, it's not dead yet. I can come back in for now.
Hold on, I got it. Did you exit out somewhere?
Yeah, it dumped me. It was my
Whenever somebody drops out of their live, it always, like, mine freezes. I don't know why.
I gotta try to get back in here. Okay. Linda watches everything with you, Michael.
Well, thank you, Linda.
You're so devoted.
I kind of created a weird thing. It's like a half a pleat. So does that count?
Yeah.
Because
that
I'm going
counts.
to glue it. to the side
Oh,
here
yes. Yes, 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 and yes.
to give her movement.
Uh-huh. I love it. Do you see me in the backstage area?
No.
Okay, I'll try again. Okay.
Not yet.
Well, it says that I'm there. Okay, I didn't hit Enter Studio. That's why. It was me. It's not you, it's me. Well, I am totally up for offering mine up when I'm finished, but I don't know where Michael stands on his yet.
I mean,
He might be too attached because it's his first one.
yeah, I mean, there we go. See, I gave her movement there.
Yes, I love it.
So,
This is so fun to have someone to make dolls with, Michael. Thank you.
oh, please, thank you.
So, what I was saying before my camera went out is if I had thought this out ahead of time, I would have designed the front piece to come into a V like this. So, it would have been more, you know, like feminine and slimming.
Uh,
But I didn't. So, that's okay. All right, make sure I get the right side for the front. This is the front. And what
I
happened with
mean, this is what I would say about it. You know, truth be told, like, this is not necessarily my forte so far as, you know, making dolls. So I don't know. It's like one of those situations where I'm not opposed to selling it per se, but it's just not the best reflection of my work. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel you. But I think it's going to be amazing regardless. And it will be like Michael's first doll. So it's going to be highly desirable. All right, I'm able to create a slight illusion of the V shape. But I had some glue drip. Gosh darn this darn glue. Gosh darn it. All right, I got it all off. Okay. I guess we'll decide when we're done and we'll see who's still here.
What?
I said, I guess we'll decide when we're all done and see who's still here.
Out the selling the dolls.
Yeah. Okay.
I have gotten such a well on this. Oh my God, you can see it. I really burnt myself earlier.
Oh, I'm like, what are you pointing at? I get it now.
You see the white tip on my finger? It's a welt.
Yeah. I just had one last week.
I don't know that I've ever gotten a welt before.
Well, Neosporin pain relief will take the pain out.
Okay. I might actually have some of that again.
I am so happy that you're sewing while you're watching us. That's what I was hoping for.
Oh, nice.
So we can all craft together. Oh, what's happening with Shelly? I got to go back here and do this. Your second one. It must be your vaccine. Good work. Hopefully it won't be too hard on you. I had a fever for a little over 24 hours.
Okay.
But it wasn't terrible.
I honestly thought that I was going to pass out from it. Not like, I mean, I felt like I was on really good drugs.
Uh-huh.
I was just like exhausted. It was crazy.
Wow. Okay, so what I thought was the front is not the front. It was the back, so that whole little almost V thing is not happening because the front has the most pleats. So, and of course, there's some buckling that I'm not happy about, bubbling in the torso. Whatever, just go with it. I'm probably the only one that would notice it because I'm picky. All right, I don't know if I want that trim. Let's see what else I have. Ooh, I do like the rickrack, but I don't think I have enough of this rickrack. Oh, what else? What else? What else? This. I do like the blue. The blue really pops.
Yeah.
Going with the blue.
And it picks it up from the Bluebird.
Yeah. So we have that one. What else? Too teal. It's interesting. That's very interesting. The metallic is pretty nice too. Woohoo! That's going to be a hard choice.
Oh, yeah. I definitely like that teal or the turquoise.
Yeah, like even, I mean, the metallic is really fun. All right, let's see.
Just waiting for glue to dry.
Yes, like waiting for paint to dry. How many viewers do we have? I can't see that on my screen.
128.
Oh my gosh, yay. Thank you guys.
I know y'all are troopers. I know we're not necessarily being the most talkative, but it's hard because you're like thinking and
Yeah. Okay, the metallic is too much with the glitter. It blinds me. I'm like, when I'm very light sensitive, I'm like, no. It was cool, but maybe around the bottom it might not be so harsh. So I'm going to go with this one. Cheryl says, what you're doing now, Michael, looks cool.
I know, now I'm kind of like wanting to do more of these because it like is flaring out. I don't know if that makes it look like it's more or if it makes it look less like it's not.
You guys are such a nice audience.
You know what? I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah, just go for it, Michael.
Why not? Oh, first stop and shop, Kathy. I'm so glad y'all did this. I just cleaned my whole craft room.
Oh my gosh, you guys, just wait till I finalize my craft room. Once I get it completely finalized, I'm going to post the before and after of my madness, my clutter craft madness. And it's going to be awesome to watch how I transformed everything. I'm putting it all out there so everybody can see.
That's brave of you.
I know, but I think it's important. Because when I was going through it, my friend sent me some pictures of one of her spare rooms, and it made me feel less overwhelmed. Like, I was really hard on myself because my husband and I were literally in the house for over a year. His doctor said we could not be out even for me to go to the grocery store. Like, literally all I did was drop things off at the outdoor dock of the post office, and that's the only place that I went. So having to order everything in, the boxes, I mean, of course I would take them down to the dumpster, but it's just like an overwhelming amount of stuff coming into the house constantly.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then I'm like crafting like crazy because it was my survival, just for my emotional well-being, and everything just got out of control.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Especially resellers. I mean, that's...
Yeah, with all that vintage.
Uh-huh.
And this room had a full-size loft bed in it. It was supposed to be my little fun room, but it wasn't functional. And I was using his daughter's room, who had gone to, left and gone to college. And I had one little corner that I set up my whole little workspace. And so everything just started getting out of control in there. And my husband kept saying, you need to get rid of that loft bed. And I'm like, no, it's like my fort. Like, it's my little hideaway fort, and I don't want to get rid of it. But then I discovered the dream box. And when I found the dream box, I told my husband, I think I found something that I would give up the loft bed for. And when I showed it to him, he's like, yes, because it all folds up into a cabinet if you want it to, but I don't need it to in this room.
Oh, really?
This whole thing back here folds up into a cabinet like an armoire.
Really?
And he's like, yes, get that. So I have the whole process. I had to like hire guys once we were fully vaccinated, hire guys to come in and disassemble the loft bed and, haul it out of here and haul out all my other furniture in here that wasn't functional. And I just totally redid this room and made it into my studio. And I kept shelves in his daughter's room that I now use to store my vintage. So my vintage comes in and out on those shelves so it doesn't clutter up my creative space.
Okay.
So I have it all documented. And as soon as I get this room completely done, which includes setting up my curio cabinet with all my toys and stuff, which is all in disarray right now, then I'm going to put that video out, and it's going to be really cool. All right, so here is her trim. And now I got to put trim around the edges on the bottom as well, which I'm debating. Like, I wonder, I might do a double trim, or I might just put the trim down here. This pom-pom trim is such a pain in the you-know-what to work with, because you have to literally glue each little dot. Otherwise, you have all this extra glue and string. Blech. So I don't think I'm going to mess with it right now. I'll use this. I'll do matchy-matchy. Hopefully I have enough of this. I better check that. But yeah, the biggest improvement to my productivity was having these containers now in the Dreambox where I can organize all my trim by colors, because that was what would get so out of control. And then I'm trying to find something in blue and it's just this whole mass of trim.
And you're digging.
And now it just, and it saves so much time.
Can we all just appreciate that you have like, are you calling it a smock or are you calling it an apron on?
My apron, yeah.
Apron. I live.
I want to get aprons made like in some of these fun fabrics from Spoonflower. Yeah, I'm still trying to pull my whole brand together, but I have all my plans. And I have this amazing wallpaper too that I'm going to put up and put in all the backsplashes of my desk and my Dreambox, and it's really going to be fun. And I want to get a matching apron. Good night, Scott. I'm so sorry, but you can like tune in on the replay and just fast forward to where you left off, and it'll be like you never left.
2 hours, 21 minutes.
And I will periodically say, "Hey, Scott," and so you'll feel like you're really there live with us.
Scott, you're
I'll be like, Scott, check this out. Yay, Scott. Okay, I'm going to keep talking to you. All right, so now I'm going to trim the edges with the trim here so that it all looks finished. And really, this is how I recostume the pose dolls as well. Just like I did the soap bottle, but they have, their forms are just easier to work with than the soap bottle. It's not as awkward.
Yeah, this one's...
It was challenging. And here's where I get all kinds of glue all over my fingers. And this is why I can't have pretty nails, because of glue and paint and things like that. Chrissy. It's for me, it's not tedious. It's kind of just relaxing. But yeah, you guys can see how long it takes. That's why I don't do as many recostume pose dolls, because it takes so long to do the costuming. And the cone dolls are so much faster, and because I do so many live sales, and it's not necessarily because I want to make tons of money. Oh, that looks great.
I'm added like ruffles to give her.
Yes, I love it. I do so many live sales because so many people want to do live sales with me, and it's like, you know, I'm all about networking and helping other people succeed. And when we do live sales together, they're exposed to my customer base, I'm exposed to theirs. And so, you know, I always want to do it. And
That's a lot of time and effort.
yeah, and so if I'm going to do it, I got to have product, because it's like, okay, they want to do 20 or 25 items. I got to have 20 or 25 items. Well, if I make a pose doll, I'm not going to have a lot of time to make the items, which is why I started doing vintage as well to offset that labor.
Yeah.
So even if I have to buy stuff at the antique mall and my profit margin isn't that large, it gives me an item, so I don't have to spend the time making the doll. And then you guys get cool stuff that I found. And I enjoy sourcing it because I love it. So it's like, it all works out. But I want to do more of this, and that's why having these crafting scheduled shows will help me to take on projects that I normally wouldn't take the time for.
So we're about like that.
Oh yes, I love it. You guys got your pleats. Michael pleated.
Mm-hmm. Or something like that. The version of pleating.
But I don't know. Some people might think this is too long, like the video is too long.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay. I don't know. It's just
I mean,
guess
we'll
it's
put
one
it
of
out there
those
for
things.
whoever wants to participate, I guess, you know.
Exactly. And then there's somebody out there that will say, "Oh, it went by so fast," you know.
Right.
So,
Thank you, Karen. That's so sweet.
all right. She's on that.
Chrissy says there's such crap on TV. My friend Alicia was saying that she would rather watch live sales than TV now.
Mm-hmm. It's so much more relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
It's coming together. Oh, the sleeves, the sleeves. The sleeves are going to be fabric. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not messing with the glitter shite. But yeah, if you guys are going to do this, make sure you have enough trim before you start, because if I didn't have another piece, I would be really sad because I would have all this left. But that's why I made sure I had 2 pieces before I got started on this. Uh-oh. I'm afraid that I'm going to lose my device.
Is it? Which one?
The phone. Because you know how I have to have that headset plugged in so it doesn't scream at us? So I can't charge it. Did you make the flower, Michael? They're asking.
Did I make it? No, I actually, it was part of a lot that I had won on eBay. Because I have like a base that I got, and I will put like vintage corsages in, or just like picks and a whole bunch of different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I like collecting like the bits and the bobs, if you will.
Thank you for that tip. I just don't know if I could work with things on my fingers. I don't know. Like, I don't know that I could work well without touching and feeling things. I don't burn myself that often. I don't burn myself badly that often. This only happened because there was a hole in the back of the doll head that I forgot about, and it oozed out that hole. So, you know, you'll watch me right now just really burn myself. Just kidding. But yeah, I don't know if I would be able to maneuver things with fingertip things on. Because, like, if you're worried about me, like, touching it like this and thinking that I'm getting burned, I'm not getting burned.
She's a professional, folks, a professional.
Yeah, like, my hands are all full of glue, but it doesn't burn me. Unless it just immediately, like, right when it comes out of the gun, that's when it gets you. All right, I keep trying to keep my computer covered up so it looks nice, but look, I just turned it off. Okay, there. And these just keep sliding. That's weird. Okay.
Be around. I don't know.
Shake it off. All right, so pretty. Just get your skirt all laid out. Very beautiful. All right, so now I guess I have to deal with these sleeves, and we want to deal with the sleeves.
Yeah, I dealt with mine.
I know you dealt with yours.
I turned it into a kimono.
It's really not going to be too bad. It won't be so bad. Just need to needs to be a little bit wider. Where's that other strap? This is what I need. Okay, so measure. Well, if you're okay with me gluing it together, I'll make you one. Just kidding. It would be a lot more fun. All right, so I'm just gonna do. Well, now I got these darn arm sockets to have to contend with. That makes it more complicated. All right, so I'm gonna attach it up here, and then I'll add trim to cover the seams. So I'm just going to glue it on all the way around the arm socket. So
Amy, you got these you sent off of Etsy, these bottles?
the heads were either Etsy or the bottles. The bottles were Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
It was just a fluke. I didn't like search for them. They just kind of showed up when I was looking for vintage doll heads. They showed up in a search for that. And I'm like, hey, I might want to make these someday. Let's see. All right, I don't like the way that laid out. I need to. Are you still planning to use the feathers, Michael?
I don't think so because I agree that feathers aren't going to give it wouldn't have an Asian flair to it.
Mm-hmm.
Be a little too Western. So he's gonna leave the feathers off.
Okay. Oh boy, my trim got caught on my necklace. And then
Ooh,
the glue was drying. It's like, no, I gotta get free. I have to deal with this before the glue dries. Okay, I should use my fabric scissors for that. Let's give her kind of a bit of a bell cut. Just trying to close up these seams here once I trimmed it. Had some gaping places, so had to re-glue. Trim again.
we're getting there.
There's that. We are making soap bottle dolls for anyone just tuning in.
Peachy.
Oh, looking good, looking good.
Where we're at.
I've got one sleeve down. We're getting close to attaching the head. I love it. It's very Kamar or Kamar, however they pronounce it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just keep sliding off. So I'm all over the place. Okay. Where's my hand sanitizer? Let's check her out. Oh, her eyes just match this fabric so nicely. Love, love, love it. Love it. Okay, I guess you guys probably would. It's hard to.
These dolls, I was telling Amy, the heads, the faces are so cute. They're so like, there's like an anime style to them. So their eyes are super stylized.
Cheryl, go for it. If you have some clothes like that you were thinking about giving to Goodwill, you can use them for fabric.
There you go.
And then you can get your doll going. And you know what? I think I'm going to do something really crazy and fun.
Oh, what are you going to do crazy and fun?
Well, I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm going to wait till I get this other sleeve and then I'm going to see if it's doable.
She's going to keep us in suspense, folks.
Yep. Because you got to keep watching to find out. I'm sure you've got something else going. I'm sure you got something else. Something else somewhere that you can use. A dress that maybe
Oh, yeah.
doesn't work anymore.
Yep, the linen shirts, pillowcases, sheets. The sky is the limit. You know, it's crazy. I thought for sure I was going to end up using that white fur. And I guess maybe that will end up on a wreath in some way. Possibly. I don't know.
What did you say when you went away from the camera? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said it's crazy that I didn't end up using that white fur.
Oh, yeah.
But I think maybe it will end up on a wreath at some point.
Okay.
I'm thinking. I think it will.
Yours looks so retro traditional. It looks like it just came straight out of Japan.
Oh, thank you.
All right, I got to do this other sleeve, even though I don't want to. Ugh, where's that fabric? isn't wide enough. What do we do with the rest of that fabric? Hmm. None of this is wide enough. Thank you, Amy.
We trying.
Yeah, we're trying.
Add a little gold. That's what we're going to do.
Okay. This is better. That's right, the show must go on.
What?
Someone was quoting Three Dog Night lyrics. The show must go on. I guess it must. I mean, soon the sleeve will be made and it'll be all over. Like, I'll be done with the sleeve. I just don't feel like doing the sleeve.
I'm a little cold.
All right. I don't know how many of you guys are on Instagram, but you should check out my reel. It's probably one of maybe 2 or 3 reels ago where I made my Chuck Negron elf, and it started out as a Dollar Tree little baby doll. So you should check that out and see that transformation.
Never know.
All right, the sleeve's coming along. Decide where I'm going to cut it.
I didn't frame on anything at all.
You're gonna have to teach me how to do rerouting, Michael.
Oh my gosh, it's so easy. I have my own way of doing it because I like it to be very exact. Rerouting, you guys, is when you literally put hair back into a doll's head, like a Barbie or whoever.
Yeah, because I just use glue too for hair, just like I do with fabric. And I would love to learn. Okay, I gotta cinch all of this together. Okay, I can't take that much off. Michael,
Aw,
you're not on camera.
I'm not. I know.
Whatever you're doing.
I know.
We get lost in our process. Sorry, guys.
It's hard for me to stay in frame. But that's what she looks like so far.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
I was adding a little collar here to her.
Where did my trim go? It's on the floor. Okay. That is fabulous, Michael.
She's definitely she's just missing her made in Japan.
Yes. You should
In
just
more ways than one.
take that sticker off of something else and put it on your doll, and no one would ever know.
They'd be like, yeah, it's excess glue and all.
Yep. Well, it seems as though my other screen has died, so
Aw.
we'll have to finish out like this.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I got to figure out how to keep the other device alive. The problem is that it creates a screeching sound if I don't plug in the headphone jack.
Yeah.
I'll just have to have another device queued up to take its place, I guess.
There's the body. Now,
Nice. All right, so I wish she had long hair because then it would cover up these spots that I don't really care for. She may have to have a collar, but not a tall collar. It'll be like a Peter Pan collar.
Just so I know.
So let's see what I can whip up here. Oh wait, I gotta check that out. All right, so I can do a little. Let's see how this would be.
Okay, so they geishas have embellishments close to their face. Well, I mean, I feel like we need some gold in there. I gotta get some.
I don't know. I'm able to get into Right Brain and do it. It's not. It hasn't been distracting for me. I mean, it would be distracting, I guess, if I was constantly trying to engage with you guys. But since everyone's being patient with us and understanding of our process, I think it's working out. Why can't I picture what a color looks like? I'm like, I need to draw. Where's my paper?
It's like you can, but then we have to make one that's different.
Okay, so color. Right, so it would be like doing it this way. Having a weird time trying to figure out.
Good night, Gia. Thank you for coming and chilling.
Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay.
Ooh.
Need this.
I'm creating a headband because I'm hesitant to want to glue this into her hair. Whereas, like with the white chenille, you could pop this off and it's still going to be good, you know?
Uh-huh.
I always get nervous about something like that. They're both in good condition. Like if there was like a bad condition issue with it, then meh.
I feel you on that. Then, so what I was going to do that was going to freak everybody out is not happening now. I went in a different direction.
Okay.
I went with this collar. So I had to break it up. I had to break up this plain, it wasn't the plain glitter material that bothered me. It's just the shape of the soap bottle that bothers me.
Okay.
Since it was so form-fitting, it's like, gotta do something else up there. Break that up. That's what we're doing. So, 11 minutes. Sorry, guys. I'm just all kicked back over here. It's actually better for me to work in this position. So, for the sake of quality, we're going to be like this for a minute.
Yes, a soap bottle. Well, there you can see the cap would have gone, and there's the bottom.
Yep. Very cool. Okay, so creating this little collar here. I'll just need to swoop it in over here on the back. Make a little swoopy.
I'm going to weight mine right now.
Okay.
So again, I'm going to use white rice. So we're going to see how well this goes. Slowly but surely, right? Okay, it's going everywhere. Okay. Oh my, just turned it upside down.
Oh my God.
I don't know why. Oh my God, Michael, that was stupid. Okay.
Oh well, you know.
Better rice than having to clean up all that sand.
Yes.
Let me
I'm going to create a funnel out of paper when I do mine.
Hey, that's a great idea. Okay. Let me try that again.
Okay. So we're going to piece this together on the back here. Okay. Now we gotta add the trim. I'm running low on trim. Hopefully I have enough to do this. At least I'm gonna at least just do the front.
I don't have a funnel, interestingly enough. I tend to go very slowly and remember not to tilt the bottle.
Well, hey, Hope. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, 3 hours in. We're almost to the point of putting our doll heads on. All right, so I'm not going to have enough of this to do the bottom unless I have another piece, which I don't think I do. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I am in luck.
I just created a funnel. How about that?
Yay! But I am going to try, I want to see what it would look like if I trim the bottom of the collar differently, just for fun. Kind of like it, so it kind of breaks it up. So I think that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, here I thought I was being clever with the rice, with the little line. Oh, there it goes. Well, Linda, thank you so much for being here with us and making us international. We
Oh my
appreciate
gosh,
it.
thank you. 4 a.m. Girl, thank you for being here.
She's a super trooper.
You can always pop in on the replay to see our finished pieces.
On the replay.
And remember, first week of August, we will be on my channel. So be sure to subscribe. We got to figure out what our project's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because we might not always be doing dolls. We might be doing some other fun vintagey projects. Oh yes, I like this so much better now.
Are you feeling it?
Yeah, I really like adding the collar. It just makes it look less like a soap bottle.
We're finished.
I gotta finish the sleeves. Okay, so I think I'll match up the trim that I used on the bottom of the collar for the sleeves. And here I go using my fabric scissors, but in order to get the detail cut I need. I know, but I need to get that really close. All right. Well, we might do that. We might do wreaths.
Oh, yeah, we could.
Yeah, the bottles are actual vintage bottles that I got on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, Chrissy, we're worth it. That's awesome. All right. Let's get these sleeves capped so that I can move on to Michael's step. I got to catch up to Michael.
Yeah, Amy, jeez.
Well, I had a lot of pleats.
I know. Well, your girl is fancier than my girl. Like,
Yeah, but your girl is more traditional.
well,
So I'm jelly.
Green stuff everywhere, y'all.
But it just shows you guys, same soap bottle, same head, totally different outcomes, totally different styles.
It legitimately is the same head, just different hair.
Yep, just different hair color. Yay, one little sleeve is done. Oh my gosh, she's so storybook. Okay.
Oh my goodness, she is.
So excited. All right, I gotta do the other edging. Oops, I didn't finish gluing the sleeve together. How are you feeling, Michael? Are you feeling like giving that doll up, or are you still gonna keep it?
I mean, if somebody really wants it, I guess.
Well, you guys should like weigh in if you want us to auction these dolls off. We'll see what you guys think. If you like them, or if you're like, I'm good. Oops.
I just don't like the back. Like, my back is kind of like, man, it's so meant to be looked at from the front.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how those Japan retro dolls are. I think it's totally acceptable. Hashtag made in Japan.
Adam's lost. All right, everybody wants an auction. Well,
Are you guys going to be able to stay on here long enough? I mean, we're getting close, but I don't know. I might want to do something to the hair. I got to add some kind of pizzazz.
everybody's wanting an auction.
Oh, wow. You guys are so... Yay. I'm so happy that you like them. And especially even when seeing behind the scenes how they're all put together. Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel like my girl is going to have to be holding something because one of her arms is longer than the other one.
I think mine is too, but it's kind of hidden. Like, you can't tell.
Oh, and I was doing okay, that was the back side. I gotta regroup this in the front. All right. So she's gonna have to be, when she's holding something, it's just that her thumb is down, but we'll just pretend like that's not happening. It's the freaking not having two different hands. That's the problem. Which means I'm gonna have to go into my little rescue shelf of pets and find her a pet to hold. Woo-hoo. All right, so like there might be some little finishing touches to do, but I think I'm ready to pour the sand. Now my sand is probably like almost 10 years old, and what if it's like, maybe I should go get a mask. I'm highly allergic to stuff. I mean, it looks kind of like, what if I don't think I should use the sand. What if there's mold growing in it?
Do you have rice?
I don't have rice. I'm going to go look in my pantry to see what I do have, because
Flour?
Yeah, I'll have something. It almost looks like it's alive in there.
It looks like it got wet.
I'm just afraid. What if there's bacteria or something? So I'm not going to open this. I'm going to go see what else I have. Hey, I have glitter.
Ooh. Extra special for somebody who gets Amy's doll.
I've got tons of glitter. I could weigh it down with glitter. I'm
Glitter
getting
bomb.
all right, let me see what I have in my pantry.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to make the peg. This is going to, I'm rolling felt onto this piece of that 18 gauge wire. And we're going to stopper it up in here. And then this piece is going to go up into the doll's head because there's foam in here. We're going to pour glue and then stick it in there. Dry beans. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I didn't even think of that. I think there was a Santa Claus, or it was a Santa and a Mrs. Claus that was at the thrift store the other day, and I'm pretty sure they had beans in theirs. Gotta get this really tight. Moving it every so often. I think my glue is on high. No wonder. Well, that would be why I got a welt earlier. Ay. No beans, too much gas. A globe. I actually have an extra globe. Going there. Kitty litter. Gosh. Oh, yeah. She's got the cats. That's a good idea. True enough, John. True enough. The mouse up here, yeah, like pointing like I can actually point to. Oh, what did she get? Let's find out.
Well, I don't really have anything
What about
exciting.
kitty litter?
Oh, God. That's a good idea, but
Dry beans?
I don't have any dry beans or rice, but kitty litter, that's something. That's an idea. Some people might be opposed to that. I wonder if I could just stick some glue sticks down in there.
Is that going to be heavy enough?
I mean, it stands up on its own anyway. How about glue sticks and glitter?
Ooh.
All right, we're doing some glitter for fun. Where did I put my paper? I'm crazy. I'm just throwing whatever I got to throw in the kitchen sink.
You got it, jiggle.
And a piece of tape. but I'm gonna make the hole smaller so the glitter doesn't get stuck. And then I have a funnel of glitter. There's nowhere to go. Let's see if it works. Okay. I had a bag of glitter. I should get the glitter that I don't want the most.
Silver. Oh,
Well,
your
I have...
Kool-Aid. That's right, Amy.
It's expired. That's gross. We don't want anything that's going to get old in there. All right, it's going to be glitter. Glitter and glue sticks.
Well, the way that we have to seal the head.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we have to put the heads on.
Log. We can't.
It feels good. It feels nice and weighted. And it's pretty. So you guys know it's all magical. It is filled with magic. And I still have plenty of glitter left. So,
and she's Asian and she's got rice.
yeah, see? I've got a glittery magical princess and she's got glitter. And you have rice for your Asian girl. It all works.
Makes sense.
Okay, so I gotta work on the head. She cannot be collecting glue crumbs. What was I going to say? I had pasta. I thought about pasta, but I don't know if pasta is going to rot in there, you know?
True.
So I'm just putting some glue on the end of my loopy wire and I'm sticking it into the head, which has got styrofoam down in there. So then I'm going to cover the wire with felt so that I can create a plug that will fit snugly inside the neck.
Now, are we gluing the felt into the plug?
Yeah, we should. So I would say let's measure where the plug needs to be. So it's going to be close to her neck. So I'm going to put some glue right here to start it out. And I have to do things like this sometimes with my cone dolls that won't fit properly on the cone. And then you just glue and wrap. And I'll probably need more felt. This probably won't be quite enough.
We do have quite enough.
I'm going to test it and see. So just a little bit more so that it has a snug fit. And then we'll glue it also when we put it in there. Oops. And see, we left the neck of the bottle so that we could have a neck for our doll because the old ones don't have a neck because they stuck the head over the neck of the bottle instead of on top of it. And I don't like that look. So, all right, so mine is ready now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim it a little bit first because it's a little floppy going in. I want it to be kind of firm because I'm going to put the glue inside the neck of the bottle. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue at the top here so that it can also adhere to the lip of the neck. Then you got to kind of gently tuck it to get it good to go in. Twist and push and tuck. Get my camera back up. Very good. And then I want to hold it. I'm going to have her head slightly turned. So we want to leave it alone for a minute so that it can dry. And then I'm going to have to create another piece to cover the bottle.
There.
Okay, let me get her in frame. There she is.
They're sisters.
Yes, they are. Hi, sister.
What's up?
We've been waiting for decades to get a body. And finally, we're here.
I love it.
So mine still needs something for her hair. Thank you, guys. I'll hold my back.
Oh, yes. Yours is very fairy tale.
Too bright. There. So I've got to go find her a pet. And are you going to start an auction for yours, Michael?
Oh my gosh. You guys really want... Okay.
I'm going to go look for a pet while you start your auction. And then what I do with her hair may have to be a surprise, so we don't have to keep you guys on here all night. I'll be back.
I don't know, you guys. You really... Like I said, the back is really plain. I didn't put a whole lot of attention to detail in the back. If you guys want, now keep in mind, I did not attach this piece to her headband. It is underneath, so you will, I don't know, I feel weird offering this. Chrissy's saying not tonight, some people dropped out. At another time.
Okay, well we could do it when we do our upcoming Instagram, YouTube, whatever we're calling that thing.
Oh, the 8th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what? That might be
and
cool.
Then we can promo it, and that way more people can watch and get excited about the dolls. Okay, I picked her pet, you guys.
Oh my god, I love it! I see now everybody's like a little bit. Okay, we'll just. Do you just want to do it now?
I mean, there's still 141 people. People that didn't stay, they snooze, they lose. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Sorry,
let's do it.
love you, but I think should be our thing. Like we make it and then we auction it off.
Okay. I'll start at $20. If anybody is interested, she's going to start at $20. Again, she does have the vintage chenille. Okay. And she does have the corsage. Of course, she has the vintage head from Amy. And thank you, HM Parker. We got you at 30. The felt is new. Of course, Amy, you're Misty's at 50. And there's a vintage soap bottle underneath here. So Misty's got it at 50. Okay, HM Parker, you have the 60 back. I don't know. I mean, you guys saw her maid. She's cute. She's adorable. Oh, see, y'all are coming in for it anyhow. Oh, and 65. Misty's loving these handmade dolls lately.
I love that, Misty. I'm so honored that you love these dolls.
Mm-hmm. And her little pipe cleaners. Oh, we're 66. Now we're at 70. Should I? There we go. Wow. Ooh, that's too bright. Never mind. All right. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. And this does come with free DNA from my fingers. So, gift with purchase.
Make sure you sign it now, Michael.
Oh, yeah, I can sign the bottom. All right, guys. Well, HM Parker has got it at 70. I'm going to go ahead and I will start the countdown. We'll go, since you guys are actually bidding, we'll go 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's bid end. Anybody throw in bid end? Oh, Christy's up. Christy, sorry, is up to 71. We're just waiting for 72 or more or a bid end. Oh, there is the bid end. Christy's Corn Collectors, you get her 71. I'm going to sign it right now.
Oh my gosh, yay. Okay.
Thank you, Chrissy. You got her, babe.
All right, I am pulling together something for her hair. So give me a moment. And I will be ready shortly. Just got to grab a little pom-pom here.
What are you going to name her?
Oh yes, you must give her a name. Where's my glue? This is going to be great. All right. Scissors. I just need to grab, whoops. Hopefully I don't kill myself. All right, I need to grab a pom-pom. Oh my gosh, all the buttons.
She's one of a kind, that is for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely one of a kind.
Really? I'm down with it.
I'm just tearing my craft room apart.
Candy, Lottie, she's you know, not everybody in life is the same. She just happens to have an upside down thumb. It happens in life, you know? But yeah, she's beautiful nonetheless.
Okay. I'm feeling this. I'm really feeling this. All right. Just gotta, I was using my freaking fabric scissors. See what I do? Always having to buy new fabric scissors. Okay. So I've got this vintage flower, but I'm putting the little birthday candle thing in the middle. And it's gonna look really good. Oh my gosh. Yes. And I have this little vintage netting. And let's put a pop of blue in there. Or orange. What do we think? A little bit of teal. Teal. Yes, that's it. Okay.
Nico? Yeah.
Here. Go. I may add more to this, guys, later, but for the sake of bidding, and I still have to finish her neck. And okay, she needs a couple pearl buttons. She needs a couple pearl buttons. She's almost finished.
You're good.
Yeah, so off camera, I'll finish off her neck because it's unfinished, and I'll probably add a little more to her hairpiece, but.
Oh, that is cute. You just amped her up. She's like a storybook Marie Antoinette.
Yes. And her little pup is vintage. So we're going to talk to Mike about these starting bids, but we'll go with 20. We'll start it at 20. I got more than $20 invested in this.
No, yours is, yeah, I hear you. Yours is definitely worth more. The Misty popped it right off with 50.
Thank you, Misty. You're so kind. Chartreuse is a name. I like that name. Parker, I see you at 60. Thank you so much.
She wants all the dolls.
And this pup has rhinestone eyes. Look. But wasn't this pup made for her with this dress?
It was. I love those red bangs.
Yes.
No,
Misty, I see you at 75. Parker at 80. Thank you guys so much.
Misty said she wants all the dolls.
Chrissy wants her name to be Prissy.
Okay.
Well, we will let the owner choose the name. These are all great choices. So we're at 75 with Misty, looking for 76.
You're up to 80 now.
We're up to 80 with Parker. Thank you so much. And remember, she's full of glitter.
Oh, Misty's up to 90.
Misty, see you at 90. Thank you. And here's a head comparison on the sides. We haven't measured her yet. Let's measure her. My goodness, she is about 16 inches tall. Parker, I see you at 95. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm 16. Well, I guess that would make sense, sir.
Well, yeah, with the same bottle, the same head.
She is full of pixie dust.
Yes, that's it, pixie dust.
They're all definitely 100% unique.
Yes, 100%, one of a kind.
One of a kind, thank you.
Okay, Misty. Thank you, girl. Yeah, you got to save up for the witches. I feel you. So we're at 95 with Parker. We'll start a countdown. So now, what did you start at? 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for a bit end.
Anybody can throw it in. The lag.
Yeah. And there's our bid in. Thank you, Amy. So thank you guys so much for your bids, and congratulations, Parker, and thank you so much. She is yours for 95. So be sure to email me your email address and zip code, and I'll get you invoiced and get her on her way.
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much for taking this journey with us, this creative journey, and thank you, Michael, so much for crafting with me.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yay, they're so happy. They have bodies now.
Isn't that interesting? Like you're in the blues and the pinks, and I'm over here in the greens and blacks.
Mm-hmm. I'm so excited, and Michael, your doll is amazing. It is so retro fabulous.
It's yours.
Thank you.
But thank you guys, everybody, for coming in. Amy, do you have a live sale coming up anytime soon, or anything you want to announce? Is she going to take a couple of days off?
Well, I've got so much to ship after my 6-hour Christmas in July marathon and my other 2 sales last week. So I'll be doing shipping for a couple days and invoicing. And then my next sale is Thursday on Instagram with Crazy for Kitsch Stephanie.
Okay.
And then on Friday with Julia of Tulane and Johnny's. And then on Saturday with Michelle at Comfy Cozy Living, all on Instagram. So
you're marathoning that.
Yeah, so I'll be putting up promos in the next couple of days. So yeah, be sure to tune in. Subscribe to my channel, please. I'm just getting started here, and I'm looking forward to having my weekly crafting show.
And remember, you guys, if you're having a hard time, is all you have to do, Amy's links both to her YouTube channel and her Instagram are already linked in the description box. So once this video goes live, all you have to do is click on them and make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you give her a follow on Instagram. You're going to see a lot of her cone dolls. Trust me, you're not going to regret giving her a follow.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael.
No doubt. And yeah, tomorrow, remember, Vintage Rescue Squad is going to be on Misty's channel, Victor Junker Vintage Hunter, and it will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, we're going to have Jocelyn from Crazy Lamp Lady and Alex from Old Curiosity. Curiosity Incorporated will be on Vintage Rescue Squad tomorrow. And we will be back on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Michelle's channel for our weekly Three's Company sale. That's where you can catch up. But again, guys, thank you everybody for stopping in. Thank you for buying our dolls, where they're going to great homes where they will be loved. And yeah, until next time, guys, remember, keep it roasty, crusty, and dusty. Good night, guys.
Bye. Good night. Thank you.
Ending broadcast.